Happy being back to Nashville and being together. I missed you.
I missed you. And we missed all of you.
You guys were back.
We're back.
I mean, you didn't feel the absence, but we did.
To you guys, we never left. But to us, we haven't recorded an episode in probably a month?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Tahini.
I made us some margaritas to celebrate. I was going to make a cup of tea, but then Carly came in and said, how about a margarita? And I said, don't have to ask me twice.
No, that's right. And Maddie's is a little bit more clear than mine, so you could say she got a little bit more tequila. She got a little stroke there. She got a little heavy-handed.
I'm confused because I thought it was the same measurement.
It's really good. What did you mix in this?
Well, I Jimmy rigged a margarita because I didn't have any margarita mix, but it is a shot and a half of tequila, a generous splash of ginger lime poppy, even though poppy was canceled. Why was poppy canceled?
I'm going to be completely honest. I told you that headline and I have no idea why. I think it has to do with their marketing.
I think it's because they say that it helps your gut. And it doesn't it's not proven to help your gut.
Do you want to send me on the wellness train again? The wellness rabbit hole train?
Well, we have to talk about apple cider vinegar, which, hello.
I'm so sorry. We can talk about the first 2 episodes is what we can do.
Oh, that's all you've watched?
Each episode is so long.
I have a whole spiel about it ready to go.
I'm so sorry. Let's talk about the beginning of it. I think that'd be fun because maybe not everyone's seen it. It has recently been uploaded to Netflix. Hello?
Yeah.
Released.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm so happy to be back with you. I love you.
I know. I'm so excited. Carly was on tour, as I'm sure you guys all know. And so we're going to have a fun little catch-up, girly chat episode where we just go over any questions that you guys had for us about tour, about the breakup, about our lives, about how we're doing. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. 2025 is flying by already.
I know. It's literally March, and it's about to be April.
It is... Daylight savings. Daylight savings will have happened when this comes out. The clocks will move.
Woohoo!
Backwards.
Oh, I love
backwards or forwards? Backwards.
Yeah, I think we lose an hour.
I will lose an hour of sleep for more sunshine.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I'm so excited. I don't get how that works, though. Is there more sunshine in the day during these times, or
Yeah, these are questions you don't ask, because the moment you start thinking about it too much, your mind explodes.
It's
and Arizona doesn't participate in daylight savings. Tell me how it's not midnight there when it's 6 p.m. here.
I know.
How does that happen?
So does it get brighter earlier then, too?
No.
It gets brighter later?
Yeah.
So it's not going to get bright till 7 a.m.?
Oh.
Because it gets bright at 6:15. 6:30.
Yeah. No, I don't think more sunlight comes out.
I'm so confused.
Biologically, geographically, and chemically, I don't know what happens with the sun.
Yeah.
I think it's literally just clocks. But, why does it exist?
I don't know.
Why can't we
it's to save energy.
What?
I think it was made to save energy.
What?
Yeah. It was an environmental act to help the planet by using less energy.
Okay, so what's happening? Is it working?
I don't know.
Gosh, okay, you know what we need is when we start talking about these things, we need to a lifeline. Call someone in.
Literally.
An energy expert.
Phone a friend.
Yeah. What was that from again? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
A Millionaire. That show was so good.
When I listened back to our last episode, which was about television shows, and we talked about Deal or No Deal, I need the tea of game shows from our childhood. Mm-hmm. Truly what was going on in the background. Have you seen movies or TV shows that have TV shows on their show? Did you follow? Did you guys follow
It Ends
that?
With Us, how they have Ellen on the show?
Ooh, I haven't seen that. So
you've seen It Ends With Us?
Well, just until Jack died.
No, the Blake Lively.
Oh, It Ends With Us. Wait, what show am I talking about? What show is that?
What is happening? Are we having a stroke this whole episode?
100%. I swear to God, this is our only first few sips of tequila.
We should do an episode, though, where we're just drunk.
Unhinged.
That would be so fun. If we have 2 cocktails before. Not drunk, obviously, but, a little...
A little goofy.
A little...
Yeah. A little goof. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Ellen.
On It Ends With Us, you're saying... When there's a TV show on a TV show.
Yeah.
How they watched Ellen on It Ends With Us.
I see what you're saying. No.
Oh.
One step further. You're watching a TV show. Like, okay, It Ends With Us. The movie is on. But in the movie, you see the behind the scenes of the TV show. So you would see, like, Kim will say cut, and then you see, like, the background.
I see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if anyone will ever do that for a game show. So you know that serial killer show that we watched, or the movie with Anna Kendrick?
Mm-hmm.
You saw how we saw the behind the scenes of that game show, that dating show? And you saw how, like, nasty the host was. Mm-hmm. I want to see that, but for the, like, what really happened for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Deal or No Deal, Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, I see. Well, they have audiences for Deal or No Deal.
But, like, what's going on in the background of, like, rigging the suitcases?
I don't think it's rigged.
You don't?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Survivor rigged?
No. Don't you dare. Excuse me. Never.
Oh, I thought I'd ask. Okay.
I think because of Tour, you're obsessed with the behind the scenes now. You want to know what's going on behind the show.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But as a normal human being, when you watch a TV show, you just think what you're seeing is reality, and that's just not true.
Yeah.
From my perspective, behind the scenes of Tour was even better than anyone could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But, spoiler alert, but for TV shows, like, I'm curious if it's, like, the vibe of that dating show from, what was that movie called again? From Anna Kendrick?
Woman of the Hour.
Woman of the Hour, where it's just, like, yucky vibes, yucky energy.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get into all of these questions.
Yeah.
Do you have any life updates?
Nope. Yeah, I do.
No.
You guys, literally my life is all different, actually. How long do we have?
About an hour. Let's chat it up.
We're back and fierce as ever. Well, when I got back from tour, I moved into my new home that I bought.
Woohoo! She's a homeowner.
And it is so wonderful. Like, to be able to sit in that house, wake up in that house, everything I do in that house is just so special because it's mine. And I've never, ever, ever been able to say that. As a kid, I think you don't appreciate the fact that your parents might own the home. Like, I'm writing Drake lyrics on my door frame when I was growing up. Absolutely insane. I would never do that to this poor house now, but...
What were the Drake lyrics?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember, but I remember my parents finding it. And I'm like, sorry. And it was in Sharpie, and they were trying to resell the house. Anyways, it's just so cool. Of course, bills have popped up very quickly. Mm-hmm. I'm already about $8,000 in the hole.
Yeah.
Before I even moved in, I had $8,000 of fixes, which is fine. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. I, right now, have gotten it to a place where I can live in it and then slowly furnish it. But that is only by the grace of sweet, sweet Madison Marie Perry.
Oh, no.
You guys.
My heavens.
Shout out to the girl across the couch from me, because by the time I got home from tour, she picked me up from the tour bus. I was spinning in circles for 2 straight days, not able to lead my own life.
Well, listen to Carly's schedule. It was crazy. She got back from tour. I literally picked her up and we went straight to moving her out of her old house, moving into the old house. She's been going for 3 weeks nonstop on a bus, living out of a suitcase. Mm-hmm. And then we went from moving you out to moving you in. It was a crazy week. But
then, like, moving in. Mm-hmm. And there's no storage in this house. So we had all these boxes and suitcases and nowhere to put them. Mm-hmm. And Maddie literally led the charge and just took action. And that is the biggest love language feeling in the whole world, because it's like, you can't live in a house that is completely covered and cluttered and think clearly and operate clearly. You can't.
You can't.
And you doing that literally was the most helpful thing I think you could do as a friend for the next year. I think
glad.
You're off the hook. Like, truly, it was so helpful. And now I'm just getting really overwhelmed with decor, because, you guys, I refuse to buy furniture ever since I've lived in Nashville until I bought a home. And now that I bought a home, I'm buying furniture, and Maddie is helping so much with my decision making for what pieces to buy. But, like, I'm scouring the internet for these hutches and tables and dressers and, like, desks. I cannot find a king headboard to save my life. But things are slowly coming together. I just feel like I'm almost getting impatient to start, like, decorating versus furnishing.
Yeah.
Like, I took myself to Home Goods today to get lamps, because I just like having lamps. And I started to go buy, like, decor bowls for the coffee table. And I don't even have a coffee table yet. And I was just like, how do I know which one to pick? It's just been a whole thing. But, like, I kind of want to rush the big pieces, so I still need a kitchen hutch, an entryway table, and a desk and a headboard for the
Did you get that
king.
coffee table?
No.
Oh. It's just hard with yours house specifically because you're right, there is no storage. So like you have to have those big furniture pieces to even like finish moving in to then decorate.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like normally you could probably buy a bunch of decorations and just keep them in a corner until you're ready, but you don't really have that like storage option.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do have to get the big furniture pieces, and it's also hard like because you're trying to Facebook Marketplace a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just, that's good and bad because you can get stuff that day if you find something that you love. Mm-hmm. But it's just hard because pieces come and go really fast.
So fast.
Yeah, if something comes up that you love, someone else could buy it, you know.
And I need a U-Haul for the items remaining, most likely.
That's literally the hardest part. We were talking about this the other day. I love Facebook Marketplace. I love looking at it. But I hardly ever buy anything from it because as soon as I get to the point of buying it, I'm like, okay, logistically, I would have to buy a U-Haul. I'd have to go put it in there. Like, it's just me. I'd have to ask for a friend for help. Yeah. Unloading it into the house is so hard. I'd rather just buy it on Wayfair, have it come in a box, delivered to my door, and then I can set it up by myself. But, like, I just heaving it into a car and hauling it over, getting it out up the stairs is just so much.
I honestly think the convenience of having it delivered to your door in our brains is better than going to get a U-Haul and asking a friend to help load it, and then it'll be ready the moment it comes in your front door. And I actually think we should reverse the script. Mm-hmm. Like, I think asking a friend to come help you rent a U-Haul, load it, deliver it, return the U-Haul, yes, it's obnoxious, but, like, it will probably save you time because I think setup of furniture can take so long, and it's more expensive.
Yeah.
So
I think if I was married or if I had a boyfriend, I would be doing Facebook Marketplace every day.
Honey.
They'd be sick of me.
Honey, it's time to go. Also, make sure you have a pickup truck, sir.
Literally.
I won't date you unless
you
have
a pickup truck. Or just send him and his friend. Yes. Go pick it up.
Yes, 100%. But
we don't need a man, but sometimes I want one.
No, it would be so much easier. Also, like me trying to carry in this dresser by myself yesterday, I took out all the drawers. Like, it was raining.
Yeah.
I love being an independent girl. I am thriving. I've thrived basically my whole life.
It's fun most of the time.
It is fun, but it would be very helpful. Yeah. Just another set of hands, am I right?
Yeah.
But let me tell you, if there's a Facebook Marketplace hutch, I'm coming with you to get it, and you can come with me to get mine.
Okay, deal. Okay. Well,
Queens.
I did buy this mirror for my upstairs guest room that is massive, so big, so heavy. Yeah. Took 2 men a very long time to get it up the stairs and set it up. I like the mirror. I like the look of it. It is a fat mirror. It makes me look like 50 pounds more than...
That's not true.
It does.
I've seen the photos you've been posting and you're beautiful and perfect.
Okay, but my other mirror, maybe that was a skinny mirror. I don't know. But my other mirror, I looked great. The lighting in that room is great. This mirror, every time I look in it, I hate it. I'm like, really? Oh my gosh. And I think it's the mirror. It couldn't possibly be me.
Well, no, it definitely is not you. You're a perfect angel. Kidding. I have not noticed your body changing from mirror to mirror.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like super noticeable, but I notice it because I see myself every day when I put on outfits in it. And I'm like, I want a new mirror, but I don't know how I'd get rid of this mirror.
You guys, like, I don't know. This is a 30-foot mirror that she has in her room. It is the biggest piece of decor I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I think you could sell that thing.
But I'm like, okay, if I sell it on Facebook, I have to say you have to bring people to come get
100%.
it. 100%. But like, I don't think I really trust people carrying that down my stairs. They're going to hit my wall.
Oh.
Well, like, I don't know how to get it out of here.
Well, yeah, say you have to bring at least 3 people. I'll help you, but like, be cautious. It's fine. I'll be here. I can guard the walls.
Okay.
Yeah, we can put bumpers on the walls.
So I think we need to get that thing out of here.
Wait, that's so interesting though, because I didn't even think about that. When you buy a mirror, there are like body distortion mirrors.
Yeah.
Like, there are certain mirrors in Pilates studios that do make you look skinnier. Mm-hmm. Like, it's objectively a fact.
Yeah.
Hello?
But it's like, how do you know which one?
Well, and also, how do they make them that way?
I don't know. I think it's just the glass, like, it's warped a little bit. Like, it feels wide. Like, everything in the mirror feels like wider.
Oh, I want to go try it for me.
Yeah, go see.
Never good for
Watch
the
you be like, oh wow, I actually look really skinny.
No, that's just not good for the for the self-confidence.
No,
so
it's not. I want
a
a skinny mirror. I want to think I look better than I do.
And it wasn't marketed as a wide body mirror.
No. PSA, this mirror will make you look like you gained 10 pounds.
Honestly, it probably was called a wide body mirror because it's so wide.
Yeah.
But maybe they meant two different meanings. Maybe. You guys,
like,
it's a
we
massive
did
mirror.
tell you. We warned you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho. Any updates with you?
Is that it for your house update?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I have a bajillion things on the list.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to accomplish all of them, but also I kind of feel overwhelmed by all of them. Like if I start thinking about the backyard and like a she shed and additions and expanding and all that.
I don't think about that yet.
Yeah.
It's going to look so cute though, you guys. It's so cottagey and cozy. It's already coming together. You got the rug, you got the sofa, you got the chairs in your living room. Mm-hmm. You're going to do a breakfast nook, which I personally am so excited for. Mm-hmm. What? Why do you make that face?
Dollar bills just coming out of my ears.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
That's the bad part about doing it the way that you're doing it, like all at once. Like you didn't accumulate any furniture for the last 10 years of your life, but now you have to buy it all at once. Yeah. But if you think about it, you would have spent probably so much more money over the years if you were buying stuff and then selling it or changing your mind.
Plus, like, I love to host. I love having people over and to pride myself on my space and be like, welcome to my home. And like something about, not in an egotistical way, but something about just feeling so proud of all the work you put in. And like, I'm so excited for you to share this space with me and make memories and something I've like really been intentional about decorating. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for that. And I don't want to cut corners, but I also am frugal. Like you just know that about me. But I don't mind spending money on like things that I want to look nice. Like I don't want it to look cheap by any means, but this breakfast nook, I found a few different options. I found like a way we could do, you and I, and Wilson, this kind of like bench, and then I would put a cushion over it in like this really cute fabric. And then in the bench would be storage. Like I could do drawers or where it kind of like lifts up from the bottom. But then, of course, as one does, you go on Pinterest and TikTok, and you also sent me one where you could also do a couch back there, and then some couches also have storage. Very few, but some do. And so we found this one on TikTok that you sent me, and it has storage, and it's just perfect and beautiful and cozy and cushy and just wonderful. Because there's not really like a dining space. It's a kitchen that you put a dining table in the back corner. Yeah. So making a breakfast nook would really optimize the space, but anyways, we're making decisions. I think I feel a little bit rushed for it to look good because my family's coming in a few weeks.
Yeah, I remember that's how it was with me too. I moved in beginning of May and end of May, actually middle of May, my sister and my brother-in-law came out to help me. But I wanted to have like all this stuff for them. Yeah. I literally had an air mattress for them. Or no, I bought an Amazon mattress, but it was on the floor. Because I didn't have a bed. And it was just like the worst feeling. People traveling from far away to come. Yeah. And they're coming to help you, which your family is too, kind of. They're going to want to help you a little. Yeah. But like with certain projects. But you want to have it ready.
Yeah. And you want to be proud of the space. You want to be like, look at my home. You guys, look at my home. Like, let's celebrate. But like, yeah, I'm also going to put you to work. Also, my whole entire family isn't going to be able to fit into this house. So it's a tiny little one-person cottage. But it's going to be great. I'm so excited to bring you guys along on the house journey and the decorating journey. I'll make a little TikTok series. Watch out for your girl on TikTok. Yeah. On TokTik. We'll make a little home series. But I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yay. I'm so excited to see the final product.
Yeah, same. It'll probably be like a year from now.
I know. Maddie's like, when are you going to have the housewarming? And I'm like, literally a year from now.
Yeah.
When all the little trinkets are in place. Well,
but the point of a housewarming, it's hard because it's like the point of it is so that people can give you gifts with things that you would need, like little trinkets.
Yeah, but I'm so picky.
Yeah, but also you don't want people like coming over when it's not done.
Yeah,
so it's
I want to like celebrate the space.
You'll never be done.
You're
Not
right.
to discourage you, but I've been in this house for 4 years and I still change things every week.
But it's fun to be at a place of like refreshing versus like I'm happy with where it's at. I can come home and sit on the couch and everything is in its place.
Yeah. You'll get there soon.
And you guys noticed we have a beautiful new tapestry behind us if you're watching on Spotify or YouTube.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Thank you.
Stunning upgrade.
Yeah, I got this bad boy. This giant thing, $140.
Yeah.
$188 after tax.
Linked in bio, question mark?
Yeah, oh, you know it.
Look at it. It's just so cottagey. What's your vibe? Organic modern, would you say?
Yeah,
okay.
Organic modern.
I just think it's very wholesome and like...
Or organic cottage, maybe.
Organic cottage. It's just so right and such a statement, but it's
Thank
so
you.
Cozy too,
Thank
if that makes
you.
sense.
Yeah, I really am very happy with it. I wanted something here for so long, and it took me so long to decide because art is so expensive.
Yeah.
It is crazy expensive. And then like little trinket art things from Hobby Lobby and stuff, those are always so cute, but they're not always cute, but you can find cute ones. Mm-hmm. But then I'm like, I want the art to have meaning or something. You know, I'm just always, it's hard for me to make a decision, but I finally made one and I do really like it.
Plus, this is a humongous wall. So I feel like if you did a Hobby Lobby situation, it would have to be a collage.
Yeah.
Because like it's just so ginormous and you want it to look relative and what's the word? Cohesive, but also what's the other word? Where it's like, comparatively for a huge wall, you can't have small art. What's that word? Oh my gosh. I was trying to think of this word yesterday and I couldn't.
Ratio? The ratio?
Yeah. But it's like that, but that's not it.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say, but I don't know the word.
No, literally yesterday I spent 15 minutes in a parking lot thinking of this word and I couldn't get it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Okay, whatever. And the sconces are just they're such a sweet touch. Sweet, gentle touch.
Yay, I'm so happy with them. I also got a new tree behind me because, as you guys know, olive trees are out.
Olive trees are out.
But I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. We're still considering. It's a little bit more bare than I was expecting. A little twiggy. But it's just hard if you don't have an olive tree. What kind of tree? I saw a maple tree, but then the leaves look like weed. And you're like, well, what the frick do I do?
I love the color and I love the height. I also love how like far it comes out. Because something about like the spillage of a plant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's just when it looks like it's not just perfect.
Yeah.
There's just like
it looks more natural. Yeah.
Happy mistakes.
It's ugly. I love when it's ugly.
No. It's like Bob Ross. Happy mistakes? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Okay. I love when things are ugly. No, it's good. I think we're going to live in it a little bit and see how it plays out.
It always takes a minute to adjust.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we feel about the tree.
And nothing is forever. Everything can be temporary because we have Craigslist.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook Marketplace. If Craigslist fails.
Oh, you guys, I saw this hutch on Facebook Marketplace that was imported from France. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I don't know how you fact check that.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Everything I've ever wanted. But she wanted $1,000 for it.
Yeah, she's out of her mind. Anything that's priced over $1,000 for a piece of furniture, unless it's a cloud couch, is out of their mind.
Yeah.
Even an automobile. Like, get out of here.
She sold that sucker fast, though.
Did she?
I messaged her and I offered $600, and it was sold already.
Do you know how much for?
I think she sold it
$5.
for the same, $1,000.
Stop. We need to get into that. But we were saying
we need to import things from France.
No, truly. Honestly, there's got to be a marketplace. Like, I was looking on eBay for these hutches, and they're on eBay. So I'm like, how in the world are you shipping this?
Yeah.
Like, you're not putting this on a ferry from France to America, having it be delivered to the Statue of Liberty, and then delivered in a box to Nashville. It's not happening.
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyways, I'm so excited for your house. Such an exciting time of life for you.
It is.
Yay, she's a homeowner.
So much is shifting. I feel like 2025 is going to be such a fun, hard, lovely, fulfilling year.
Yeah. I just realized our next episode is going to be your 30th birthday. Because I was thinking you bought your first house before you're 30, which is a slay.
You bought it before you were 20 years old. It feels like.
20 years old. I was in the womb.
You were how old when you bought your house? 25? 26?
Yeah, I think it was 25.
My gosh. Forbes 25 under 25, am I right?
Oh.
Yeah. 30th birthday, man.
Yeah, should we do a 30th birthday special?
No.
No.
We shouldn't.
Maybe we could do a combined one for the both of us where we talk about how we feel about being 30. Because I'll turn 30 in May.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I'd like that. Just check in on you, how you're doing in April.
Mentally.
You
know, yeah, never mind. I'll save my thoughts for that episode.
I think people are delusional if they say they're okay with turning 30.
No, see, we need to save these thoughts.
Okay.
We'll have a yap about it.
Okay, sounds good.
You are having a dilemma, though. I think we should get the people's opinion on what you should do.
You
guys. Carly had some people living in her house while she was... Well, do you want to tell the story?
I feel like it might be less emotionally charged if you tell it.
Okay.
And maybe more emotionally charged if you tell it. I don't know, actually.
So... Carly closed on the house in November, but her lease didn't end till February, like end of February. And so she had a few friends move into the house, 2 friends, in December/January to stay in there and pay Carly some rents while she was waiting for her lease to end, if that makes sense. So Carly was in her house she was renting, and 2 friends were living in her house that she bought. And these friends agreed to pay her a set rate for rent, I guess. And it was a very affordable rate, very, very affordable, less than the mortgage. So Carly was actually losing money.
A lot of money.
They were our friends, but yeah, we'll get into this story one day. But it was 2 males, so I'll let you use your imagination with that. So they were living in the house, and a few things happened where, like, Carly would ask them to be at home if someone was coming to fix something, and then they wouldn't be home. Carly would ask them to be at home to help her put something together for them, for the house. Like, she bought a bed for one of them to use and said, hey, can you be here at this time to help me put it together? They said yes, and they weren't there, just left her hanging. Like, a lot of really annoying things like that kept happening.
When I'm trying to, like, do them favors.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to be generous.
Yeah, you're trying to be nice and go out of your way to do things for them, and then they kept being super rude.
Yeah.
Very, very bad at communication, like, just really frustrating for you. And then the doozy that just happened. So they moved out. Carly moved into the house, and she's still waiting on rent from one of them. They haven't even paid her. And she's waiting on them to pay the cleaners that came to clean up after them because the house was a mess. And then Carly gets the utility bill from the last 2 months. Mm-hmm. This utility bill for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house.
Tiny.
How many square feet is it?
800.
800 square feet. So like the size of an apartment. The electric bill for this time, 2 months, almost $500. $500.
$500 from December 10th to February 20th.
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah. Granted, it was very cold in Nashville, but like for a house that size, absolutely not.
Yeah. So the house I was renting in with 3 girls was double the size of the house and $160 for 1 month.
Yeah. So like $300.
Yeah.
So this was $200 more than that for a house less.
Half the size.
Yeah.
Yeah. And double the cost. Yeah, so background is we never agreed that I would pay the utilities, but I had heard one of them complaining that when he would rent rooms from people in their house, he never would want to pay utilities. He wanted his upfront cost to just be the rent and that's it. And that's not standard. Mm-mm. Especially because utilities are usage-based. Mm-hmm. It'd be different if it was like, okay, you don't want to pay lawn. Okay, fine. Like, let's talk through that. But this is like literally what you're using for energy. And we never agreed that I would pay for utilities. But I had heard him complain several times before, so I was just like, you know what, it'll probably just be unspoken. I'll just cover it and eat the cost, even though I'm not even living there, whatever. Yeah, so I guess the hot take was, do I have them pay for that?
Yeah. And you asked them to pay for it, and they kind of snapped back at you saying, it's not our fault that your heater sucks, basically. Which they told Carly end of January that the heater was broken. It wasn't really working, so it was like overworking this whole time. So she had someone come out the next day and fix it.
For $1,000.
Yeah.
The next day. And he didn't tell me until January 20th. That's a month and 10 days. Mm-hmm. It was overworking. So, like, yes, it's not your fault that the bill was high. I mean, I don't know what it was being used on. Maybe it was literally just the heat. Maybe he was plugging in God knows what. Mm-hmm. But it's also not my fault. It's nobody's fault, I would say. But, like, he blamed me because he was sleeping in his sweatshirts. And I'm like, well, you didn't tell me for a month and 10 days.
Yeah, exactly.
And I fixed it the next day for $1,000. So we could have made it more efficient.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it's just so frustrating because, again, it's like you pay for your utilities that you use usually in any sort of rental agreement unless it's like previously stated before and made very clear.
And again, I'm more than happy to help out for their utilities. But I think for a reasonable cost of utilities, a $500 electric bill for 2 boys is bonkers for an 800 square foot house.
I know, it is crazy. I'm curious to see what your bill is going to be now.
Me too.
Like for this next month, because it might be the house. Like something might be really wrong.
Yeah, me too.
But
still, I don't think it's fair for them to expect me to cover $500 of their electric.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it wasn't agreed upon that I was going to pay utilities.
Exactly. I agree.
So
let us know what you guys think. Should she pay? Should she just bite the bullet and never speak to them again? Because at this point, we'll cover this story maybe another time, but like we're not really friends with them anymore. So
yeah,
you can bite the bullet and just like bygones be bygones and just leave them be.
Yeah, it's just annoying because it's like the principle of it, but me and Brittany have been saying it's the principle of it for the last year about everything. It's like this guy thinks he can get away with everything because he thinks he's so right about everything and never sees another perspective. It's just frustrating. We've got a lot of built up like realizations from this really, really poor friend that was really important to me for so long. He thinks he's God's gift to the earth. Mm-hmm. And there's no other perspective except his.
Yeah.
There's no other opinion that can be brought to the table. And feelings don't have to be agreed upon for them to be valid. Mm-hmm. Like, they can be valid because you feel them. And he doesn't see that. And it's just frustrating.
No, he's the worst. So, whatever happens, he's not coming back around. So, it's like you're either going to make him pay the bill.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to let it go.
Yeah.
But
same with the cleaners. I paid for a deep clean before they moved in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, hey guys, can you guys please coordinate a cleaner? No, we'll take care of the cleaning. No, you won't.
Yeah.
And then there was hair all in the bathroom drawer. It was disgusting.
So gross. Boys are foul.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah, we'll have to really debrief that story one day soon. But just let us know what you guys think about that now.
Yeah, hot take.
Okay, I think we should get into this Q&A.
You guys sent in such fun questions that I'm so excited to hear Maddie's answers and also for you guys to be able to connect to us in different ways with like knowing the exact questions you guys have for our lives, because I think sometimes it can be hard when you're like, wait, I want to debrief that more, like dive deeper into that. So
I love Q&As. I love when people that I follow do them.
Yeah.
Because, and all these questions were anonymous too, so you guys could really ask whatever you want.
And we don't know the questions. Okay, let's start light. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Name your perfect self-care day.
Well, what does self-care mean? I feel like that's subjective. To me, self-care is going and laying on a beach.
That's what they want to know. That's what the people want.
A perfect self-care day, I would say waking up, taking Frankie on a walk, going and doing a workout class, having a nourishing, yummy breakfast, and then going to the beach, reading a book, coming back, having dinner, watching a movie.
Do you bring Frankie to the beach?
If she can't get away, yes. Frankie loves the beach.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
I think the dogs need to have a private beach one day to themselves.
Yeah, that would be so fun. Okay, my first one for you.
Okay.
What job did you do before you were a personal assistant?
I was working for Uber headquarters as a program manager.
Yeah, you were.
For 3.5 years, something like that. I was in the military before that, and then moved into corporate. It's kind of like the next step felt safe. So yeah.
Another question that I got was, why did you join the military?
Ooh. I, for some reason, could not shake 9/11 growing up. And I think as I asked more questions about why I was so into it, I was realizing service was something I really wanted to do and some way to give back. And I started reading all these military books and watched all these movies with my dad and really was debriefing it with my dad one day because I was going to college to be a teacher. And it was the summer before my freshman year of college. And he's like, let's just go meet with someone I know in the FBI in Milwaukee. And because I had realized I think I want to be in the FBI. And so I went to talk to him. We went to breakfast and he said, the quickest way to join the FBI is to be in the military. I was like, well, that's perfect because I kind of feel like I have this desire to serve. So I did ROTC in college and then joined the military.
Yeah. How did you pick the Air Force?
I talked to somebody, and I don't know if it was this guy, but someone, this is so me, someone related the branches of the military to hotels. So they're like, okay, if you want to be at Motel 6, this is the branch you go into.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was something like, if you want to be in the Army, go to Motel 6.
That's what I was going to say, the Army. I feel like that's the roughest.
maybe like Marines too.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to be at a Comfort Inn, do the Navy.
Uh-huh.
And then Hilton is the Air Force. And I was like, that sounds like me.
Like, I will take the bougiest one. Thank you.
They're just like a little bit more cush. They have more budget. Sometimes a little bit harder to get in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a little more cush. And I was like, I want that one.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So I intended to go in as an intel officer and spying on humans.
Mm-hmm.
And then that didn't end up working out. So I went kind of into like, it's called personnel was the career field, but it's kind of like HR equivalent. And then went into program management for people at Uber. So that was kind of like transferable.
Yeah.
So that's it. Amazing.
Love it.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to jump into the topic of relationships.
Classic.
Buckle up.
I'm buckled.
How will your faith play out different in this next season of dating?
I think faith just in my life is even more of a priority now than it was when I started dating Pickleball Boy. I would say I was very, very much still committed to my faith and everything. I think I looked at dating through a lens that was mixed with worldly views and godly views. Like, I don't think I was solely dedicated to like viewing it through God. Like, it was important to me that he was Christian and that he had a personal relationship with Jesus and all that stuff. But I just don't think I, like, gave it to God like I should have. And I don't think I asked God about it like I should have. And I think this time around, I want to do that a lot differently. And, like, I think I'm not even going to, like, entertain anything unless I feel like it's right with me and God, you know? And I feel like before I was like going on dates just to go on dates and stuff like that. Because it was like the fun of it and like, oh, let's see where it goes. But now I just feel like I'm just going to be so protective of my heart and my time and my energy that like I don't even want to entertain that unless I feel like it. So I feel like this time around my dating is going to be very heavily led by my faith, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's so important too. I feel like also as we just get older, it's just it becomes so clear from every past relationship what we need moving forward. Like you'll never go back. Mm-hmm. I always say it's like AT&T bars. Like as you hit each new bar, you're never going to go back to the first bar. Yeah. Just because you know exactly what you need from the peace and anxiety you felt before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has your social media journey been? I know you said that you wanted to start posting more. She's a queen. She's a social media queen.
You guys, we're just expressing who we are artistically in a new way.
I think what you're doing is so relatable, though. I think so many people want to post more and, like, edit cute videos and take cute pictures and, like, post it, but they're so afraid of what people think.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just so relatable what you're trying to do. And I think it's so commendable. I'm so proud of you.
And I'm grateful because I never wanted to do it and like be so humiliated or embarrassed because it doesn't take off, which I'm like very well aware that's not happening. But like that's not the point. The point is to express yourself and have it be like a digital scrapbook and post because you aren't concerned what people think about. This is literally just your platform for you and like for the people that want to know about it. And that's it.
Yeah.
Whether it's friends, family, or just like other people that are interested.
And it's like if you posted one and it took off and you were an influencer, if that was what was happening, everyone would do it. Like it takes that time of kind of being embarrassed, of putting yourself out there, of like, you know, feeling weird about making videos when you haven't posted anything in a year, you know?
Yeah.
Like everyone has to do it, and it's just who has the courage, or not everyone has to do it. Anyone who wants to make it, like, a part of their life has to go through that.
Yeah.
So you just have to have the courage, and you did it.
And I think it also just depends on, like, your goals, too. Like, obviously, if your goal and expectation is that you're going to take off, it probably can be more easily defeating because it does take consistency and time and, like, thoughtfulness, but I just want to do it to have fun, but also I do want to take it seriously. I never have in my life. Yeah. So it's fun because while I was on tour, I got to use this new app called Daily. Mm-hmm. It's spelled Daylyy. When I tell you, it just like takes you back to having that digital scrapbook without the pressure, without that like societal concern about likes and comments and tags and perfectly curating it. I do think sometimes Instagram and TikTok can be like that beautiful highlight reel, which can make people really intimidated to start content creating because they don't feel like they can make that.
Yeah.
And I feel like Daily was a really good way for not only like you to stay really up to date with exactly what tour life looked like, because you know I'm not good at social media, but also take the pressure off and just have it be super casual and really exciting. Did you follow along with it?
I did. I was about to say, I loved your daily posts every day because basically what it is, you just take a picture in the moment. There's no filter. There's no like editing. You just take it and post it, which is so refreshing, I feel like. And so just seeing little snapshots from Carly's day is basically like having insight into like your camera roll, just things that you were taking throughout the day. And so I loved following those while you were gone. Yeah. And it's also cool because the app has this feature where it shows you where other people are who are using the app. So like you can see if there's people in Nashville that are using it or people around you and just see what people are up to. So even if you're looking for like, I don't know, what should I do today? Where should I eat? You can like scroll and then see if people are like tagging different things or posting like their food and stuff like that are local to you and make new friends and meet new people and all that stuff. So I loved it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good like discover app, but also a way to self-express and just like keep it casual. Yeah. And exactly what you're doing because you can't put filters on it. It's going to be in the moment. You can't upload the photo. You literally have to snap it.
Yeah, which was kind of scary, but it's fun. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys don't have that, you should download it and follow us. We can be friends.
Yes, on Daily.
You can
That'd be so
see
fun.
Our videos.
A little human connection. Yeah. Daily human connection. But besides that, content creating is fun.
Yeah, your TikTok videos were really cute. Maddie. I loved them.
Maddie.
Your voice is so peaceful.
Stop.
Killing it.
All right, my next question for you. Will you let Carly set up a Hinge account for you and go on blind dates like you've been doing for her? I think I probably got 5 questions.
Really?
Asking that, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I feel like I'm never going to say never.
Sure.
But see, I'm having a moral dilemma right now because my thoughts are, okay, for the podcast, that would be really fun. But also my thoughts are what I just said. I don't want to go on dates just to go on dates right now. Like I want to be really intentional about it. So here's my deal with dating right now. Because I'm sure this is also a question. But
she's like, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. I'm open to going on a date if someone pursues me and I feel like that person is a gem and there's like a genuine potential there. But I don't really want to pursue anything right now. Like I don't want to be out there pursuing men because I feel like I just like, maybe I'm scarred from not feeling like chosen in my last relationship, but I really just want to feel sought after and special. And like, I don't want to convince someone to be with me. And I mean, some could say it's biblical that the man pursues the woman. Maybe if you set up an account and you only message the guys that messaged you first, because then it's technically like they're pursuing. But I don't know. Maybe.
It's also so fresh. Like, yeah, it's okay. Maybe just in the future, it's a never say never moment. But it makes sense. I mean, I'm not pursuing men. I don't think you're pursuing men for me, are you? I think you're just seeing like what comes in.
Yeah. So how I do it on Carly is like I'm not like sending likes. It's just whoever sends likes to her and says like they want to take her out, then I'll do that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, and I don't think also like I'm not going on dates to go on dates. Like we all have like. We have marriage in mind, but also, like, I needed a little bit more exposure therapy because I hadn't been on a lot of dates in my life. Now I feel like I've
For you, we were trying to, like, get rid of the nerves and the pressure behind dating and show you, like, it's just a date. It's no big deal.
Yeah, yeah. But it's also good to be intentional about it of, like, okay, well, I'm only going on dates that are, like, hitting the characteristics or the things I'm looking for in a husband.
Definitely, yeah. But there's only so much you can see on an app before going to meet someone. So it's, like, it's hard to kind of narrow those people down. Yeah. But, yeah, in the perfect world, I will meet someone in the wild and they will pursue me, but we'll see.
Preach.
Yeah.
Preach.
Okay. How was going potty on the bus? There were multiple questions about that.
I literally was like, I don't know why I was trying to envision what you were going to say because I haven't heard these questions or read them. It was fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you go on the bus?
Yeah. You can't go poop. You can go pee though.
So did you have to pull over the bus at any moment?
No. It is so interesting. My body knows when it's safe and when it's not safe to go to the bathroom.
That is a gift.
I wonder what you would have been like.
Not good. I
Bus
can
would
tell
be
you
pulling
that.
over every other hour. I don't even know how to unpack bus life because it was just like such a blur, but like the best time of my life. But we were typically only on the bus when we were sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we woke up in the morning, maybe like half the time, the bus would not be at the venue. It's in a perfect world, the bus is at the venue when you wake up and you just walk into the venue, you go to breakfast, you work out, blah, blah, blah. But about half the time there were like logistical things happening where we couldn't pull into the venue. And so for some people on the bus, they would have had to go to a gas station, like take the bus to a gas station or have the bus driver take us to a gas station so they could go to the bathroom.
So did that happen?
Yeah, but at that time I was sleeping, so I didn't even know what was happening because like we would sleep until like 8 or 9 a.m. and some people would wake up at 6 and need to go to the bathroom because their body's like a clock. Mm-hmm. My body would only go to the bathroom if we were going to a hotel for an off day.
Really?
I never had to go if we were ever at the arena, no matter how much coffee I drank, how much food I ate.
Oh my gosh.
Whenever we had an off day, we were typically at a hotel. Like if we had 2 off days, we would have a hotel for that night. Always. That's when it would go. Sometimes there's 4 days in between. Sometimes there's 1 day in between.
Jeez.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, that is weird.
But for going pee, yeah, you can go pee. You just can't flush the toilet paper.
Ugh.
So you would have to wipe and then put it in a trash can. And the trash can is one of those tiny bathroom trash cans.
Yeah.
So.
Did it smell?
No, but you would get to moments where like you would click the trash can with your foot to open it and it would be full. So you have to kind of like push it down a little.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew, that's so gross.
Not good. Not great. And it's up to the bus driver to take out that little trash can, and he just wasn't doing it sometimes. And peeing was fine. I mean, it was definitely like a very small bathroom if you've ever been in a camper or an RV. Like it's tiny. There was no shower, so it's very, very small. That's where you change a night into your pajamas. It's very small. So, but yeah, bathroom situation couldn't have been more perfect.
Wow.
My body knew the assignment somehow.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. Best case scenario for sure. Okay. Maddie.
Yes. Carly.
How are you doing? Post breakup.
Wow. It's a loaded question.
How are you going to answer that one?
I don't know.
We got all day, so.
I would say, let's see. At this point, we're about 5 weeks out from the second breakup. Mm-hmm. About almost like 3.5 months from the first breakup. I would say since the second breakup, the first 2 weeks I was doing pretty well. I was like having a lot of peace about it. The second 2 weeks were no good. I don't know what happened. I just like took a turn for the worst. And to be honest, hopefully this is just girls here, but it was when I started my period, my first period, post breakup. I just like, it was bad. Like I was just having such a hard time. And you were gone too, so I was probably missing you.
Girl.
I was like lonely. I don't know. I had a really hard time like the last 2 weeks, I would say, to the point where I just was like looking for his car everywhere, hoping he'd show up at my house, like willing myself not to text him. Like it was really hard. And breakups, they're never linear. I think with my broken engagement, I had like a really weird breakup experience where I just felt peace the whole time, and I think he like got really nasty after like a month, so it made me have the ick even more.
Yeah, it's easy to have peace.
Yeah, so I never like had this regression that I'm having now,
which I feel like is so natural, just to make it feel like normalized for you. Like it's so normal.
Yeah, it is super normal.
To have peace right after a breakup is not normal. I mean, like
that lasts. Yeah,
that lasts.
Yeah, but it sucks. It's not fun at all to go through. So if you're going through a breakup, I'm so sorry, because it sucks. It really does.
Yeah, it's just like literally grieving a person that's still alive.
Yeah. I guess I'll fill you guys in on the tea. Might as well. I ran into him physically. So I have not talked to him at all since the breakup. And I was taking Frankie on a walk looking like a rat. A rat.
She's a beautiful rat.
No, I took my leggings and my sweatshirt out of the dirty laundry hamper that morning. That was a decision that I made.
Oh, that's so
and
good.
I put them on my body, and I literally thought to myself, this was probably Jesus being like, you might want to get ready a little bit. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it was right after I posted that it's so embarrassing to pick up your dog's poop and carry the poop bag. And someone had messaged me saying, like, imagine walking past a cute boy and you're carrying a poop bag. And I'm like, there's never any cute boys on my walk. Like, I don't see anybody on my walk. But then that morning, I was like, maybe I should get ready in case I see a cute boy. And I did see a cute boy, but it was not the one.
It's not what you were thinking.
Yeah. So anyways, I was not ready. I did not brush my teeth. And I'm taking Frankie on our daily walk. And I've been looking for his car all the time because I'm not doing well. And then I saw his car and I was like, oh my gosh, I think that's his car. He saw me. Long story short, he pulled over and we talked for like 40 minutes and just kind of like caught up. And we hadn't talked since the breakup. So it was kind of like, oh, that felt like good closure. But then it was also like, should we get back together? Like, it was just really, really mixed emotions. And it was really good to see him, but also really hard to see him. And it's just like, it's your best friend and someone that you love so deeply. And you see them and you talk to them and it's just like, I don't want to leave, you know?
Yeah. No, you like, let me hold on to this forever.
Yeah. So that just happened maybe like a week ago. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to do nothing. So I'm just doing nothing.
What kind of peace do you feel right now, like in this moment? Having had a hard few weeks before this and then seeing him, what kind of peace are you holding on to right now?
I feel like I'm at peace right now, but I don't know if it's because, like, I got my fix of him, kind of, you know?
You, like, scratched the itch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I don't know if that's only going to last for, like, 2 weeks like it did before, and then I'm going to regress again. I don't know.
I feel like that's just, like, breakups, though.
It is. They're a roller coaster.
Wanting to normalize how you're feeling and, like, the roller coaster of the emotions, but also not to make it sound like it's not a big deal either, because it is a big deal and it's hard.
Yeah.
But, like, it is so nonlinear, and I feel like 99% of breakups from a healthy relationship have an itch that needs to be scratched. Yeah. You're, like, longing and yearning for them. And, like we talked about with Mel Robbins, when she says to do 30 days of no contact, it's like a neuron firing thing. It's like
yeah, your body's literally addicted to the person.
Yeah, it's like firing and you can't find it. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's like it's coming out in emotions and in heartbreak and in sadness and in grief of not having this person in your life. Even if you know in your bones it's not the person God wants you to marry right now. But also it's like biologically, it's not how your body is currently wired, is to lose this person.
Yeah, I mean, like, luckily, I'm very blessed to not be someone that deals with anxiety a ton. But I think that, like, that week specifically, like, the week before I saw him, my anxiety was through the roof. Like, my chest felt tight. Like, I felt like I was being, like, tortured. Like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, I could just go have him. I could go have him if I want him. Like, I could. Why am I doing this? And, like, I don't know. It was horrible. And
I feel like that's, like, the perfect description of, like, the tension between God's will and, like, what we want as humans.
Yeah.
Like, truly. Like, you're choosing to listen to what you feel is God, and it is, like, does not make sense emotionally. Like, that is the perfect battle.
Yeah.
An awful battle.
It is awful. And then, of course, you question, like, well, did I hear it right?
Yeah, of course.
Like, is that, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't really have answers. I'm just trying to ride out the wave. But so, long story short, I'm doing okay.
You're doing
in this moment. I'm like,
do you have more peace than 2 weeks ago when you were down?
I do. I have more peace than when I was feeling really rough, which is good. So hopefully we'll just continue to heal. And I'm just like, God, if this is your roundabout way of, like, making us come together in the end, he'll show me that. So I don't need to force anything. Like, I don't need to go out of my way and do something with it I don't feel peace about. And I just feel peace about staying where I am and just writing it out.
What if he reaches out? Are you going to assign God to that? Of, like, oh, this is God telling me he wants me to be with him?
No, I don't think so. Not, like, right off the bat. I think I would pray about it a lot and see how I would feel. But I don't think he's going to reach out. I think he's done his part. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if he reached out, but I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. So we'll see. But I'm trying to just stay hopeful because, okay, this is, like, my issue. I'm wanting so badly to be done with this season of pain, but I don't want to rush it because I don't want to miss the growth and the closeness of God through this, and I don't want to wish it away and will it away and like ignore it. So I'm trying to sit in it and be present in it and learn what God has for me in it. And I want to be healed from it, but then the question's like, okay, does being healed from it mean having a husband and a boyfriend? Because I don't want that to heal me. I want God to heal me on my own. Like, I want to be fully healed and satisfied in my life with just me and my relationship with God. I don't want anyone else to have a role in that. So then it's like, that is just what I'm trying to focus on right now. And
yeah,
obviously pain sucks, breakup sucks, but like I do feel the closeness of God and I do feel so much growth in that. So like I do count myself lucky to be experiencing that.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to, just really be in this season that I'm in and get the most from it that I can and let myself be fulfilled by God and God alone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and like while you choose to make decisions that are really freaking hard, that you feel are Him. And if you are wrong, you'll know.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can be wrong when you're like really trying and focusing so solely on Him, which is really cool. So I also don't think what you're saying is mutually exclusive, where it's like, does healing mean I have a husband? It's like, no, you can heal individually and then like God will bless you in His time. You needed to make this decision so you could find your husband, but it's not to find your husband, it's to be close to Him so you can change the world one person at a time with your future marriage.
Yeah. Which I do think long term will be such a blessing for me, because I do think that I'm kind of the type of person that like puts my relationship maybe above God in the past. And like,
same, yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of, I don't want to say codependent because I'm not. Like, I'm a very independent person, but I just like love. And I love, I don't know, I just love having a partner. And like, I think in the past, like, would I have viewed my husband as higher than my relationship with God? Maybe. And
not like intentionally.
No, not intentionally.
It just happens over time.
Yeah, it happens with your priorities every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, are you choosing to spend time with God every day, or are you letting your life get in the way? Yeah. Whether that's hanging out with your boyfriend or, you know, like work or whatever it is. Like, there's so many things. But I literally am thinking of this TikTok video, but it was this so cute old couple. And this guy was like, how long have you been married? And they're like, 60 years. And they're like, do you have any advice for married couples? And she said, put God first before your spouse. And I'm just like, okay, I want to do that and mean it. I want to, you know.
But that's literally the formula. And it's like, okay, got it. Now I know exactly, like, this is what I need in the relationship.
And like, that's what I want in a husband. I want my husband to put their relationship with God first, because that's what I want for them personally, to have a close relationship with God. And also their relationship with God selfishly will reflect the way that they treat me and honor me.
100%.
Like, if they're having that relationship with God. So,
and like, a man after God's own heart is going to prioritize God also in the relationship.
Exactly.
And like, you will see that it's going to be apparent from the get-go. Yeah. And it's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to be linear. There's going to be seasons, but like, you will notice a difference.
Yeah, and I'll know their intentions and their integrity. And I feel so honestly blessed that God's given me like such, I feel like I'm someone who is kind of hard to be satisfied. Like, I have really high standards for different things. And so I'm very thankful for that, because I feel like just the way I'm built, like, I emotionally cannot settle for anything less than that. So I just have to wait it out.
Yeah. It's a burden for sure, but it's going to be a blessing.
Yeah. It's a burden now, but long term, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Can't wait to tell you guys about it one day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. One day we're going to have a podcast episode where we get to document going on first dates with our husbands.
What's going to be wild is we can like splice it with a video of me crying, telling you how proud I am of you of making the hard decision to break up with somebody that you feel like is not meant to be your husband.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's going to be gold.
Yeah.
That's going to be gold.
I saw this girl make a TikTok that I want to do, and she filmed herself before going on every date that she went on. She was like, it's March 2nd and I'm going on a date with Adam. And then like, it's March 15th and I'm going on a date with Justin. And she like would just film a little clip before going in with the date. And then like she got to her husband And then they like kept going on dates. And then it was like, okay, I'm getting married. And like,
Stop.
It was really cute. I want to do it.
So then now should we unpack? Because it's the time in the podcast where we unpack. Are people really in love? I'm kidding. That'll be for another episode.
Our cynical thoughts.
Yeah.
You guys, we need a mic at all times. If you guys could hear the conversation.
Truly. You guys would be entertained for the rest of your life. You
really
should hear
would.
us talk. It's just like, what comes through these brains, mine especially, is just whack. I'm like, Maddie, they're getting married, but
do they even love each other?
Like, I'm sure they like each other, but like, at some point you just have to make a decision.
How did that work?
Yeah. Anywho,
okay, back to you. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this was by far the number one asked question.
Oh, I'm scared.
How did you get into the personal assistant world in the music industry?
After I left Uber, I got a text from a friend that there was an opening for an artist as a house manager and personal assistant. And
yeah, so it's basically like just knowing people.
Just knowing someone she was the nanny for the artist. And they needed a house manager and personal assistant, so I got that job. So I started.
So many of your jobs have been like through meeting people. Like who you know.
Oh my gosh, I think that's all it is, especially in this industry.
Yeah, networking, connections.
Yeah. Well, and also just like finding your people within the industry, because there's not always good people or like people you want to work for. Mm-hmm. So like once you find a good culture, you don't vibe with them for the purposes of getting a job. You vibe with them and they're like, we want you on the team.
Yeah.
Come support.
Or also not being afraid to ask your friends. Like when you were let go of Uber, like you asked everyone like, hey, I'm looking for a job if you know any openings.
Yeah.
And like people can keep an eye out and, you know, stuff like that. I feel like that really helped.
That's true. And I also felt like once I heard of the opportunity, I was like, this kind of feels like me.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but like it kind of does, because I feel like I'm very organized and like anticipate needs well and detail oriented, and I love like a good team and it's local and how fun and whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
Connections.
Knowing people.
Yeah.
Move to Nashville, you'll meet a lot of people. I've never met so many people in the music industry.
Yeah.
Like the amount of nannies and like tour people, music people, it really is wild.
Yeah. It's full.
Yeah.
Full of the music industry.
Yeah. So if that field specifically is something you guys want to get into, you should move to Nashville.
For sure. That's where all the happening is.
Yeah.
I guess we'll end this one on a relationship one, or what do you think?
Sure.
Okay. When did you know it was the right time to end your relationship?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
It's also a doozy.
Yeah, I would say it was something that I thought about for a long time. Like I just had doubts for a long time in the relationship, but honestly, both times, because, you know, we had to break up twice, both times that we broke up, it was like moment of decision. Like it wasn't planned. Yeah, it wasn't something that I was planning to do. It was just like, as I became honest with my thoughts and feelings and said them out loud to them, it was like, okay, this is what we have to do.
I also feel like you're somebody that's like very clear on what you know you want and things you want to say and or do with whoever you're working with or talking to. And you don't plan out. Like I will plan out verbatim. Like I will have notepads of phrases to say.
Yeah. I will sometimes too.
But like you'll prep your heart and like to make sure you hit on key moments. Yeah. And like don't miss certain things. But like
yeah, you're like, I need word for word.
I need what like am I gonna serious say? Preparation. But you like you know. And I feel like you're just so in tune with yourself to be like, I'm confident in this, and then you just say it. And then you like go from there, and then you're in shock and like whatnot. But anyways, I just feel like that's very commendable.
Yeah. In the book, Single, Dating, Engaged, Married, the author, talks about...
What do you mean, the guy?
What's his name?
Use his name.
What is it?
Ben Stewart.
Ben Stewart. For some reason, I always think it's written by Francis Chan.
No.
I don't know why.
It's not.
Okay. Yeah.
It's because he wrote something Crazy Love.
Yeah, Crazy Love.
Yeah.
He just talks about how usually if you're not supposed to be with someone, you kind of know. Like for a long time, which I kind of agree with. Like you're in denial for a long time.
100%.
And you're really trying to figure it out for a long time. But
you trying to figure it out.
I know. See, that's the thing.
answer.
I think we don't know this because we haven't been married. Like, we haven't found the one yet. But I would hope that when you're with the one, you don't have that doubt and you just know and you feel secure.
Yeah.
Where I feel like you just feel, you don't have that. You feel insecure. You feel...
Now, I think, though, there are some people that have commitment issues and, like, will always have anxiety until they get to the root of that.
Yeah.
But I think that's different from us. I think it's, like...
Couldn't be us.
Couldn't be us. I believe we're ready for marriage. Like,
yeah.
I fully believe that. We have high standards and we know what we want out of a marriage. And who we also want to parent our kids.
Yeah.
But I think it's different than, like, you're trying to convince yourself this is the right person in God's plan. Like, those are two very different things. And I think that alone is exactly what that is talking about in that book.
Yeah.
You're really going to piss me off one day as my husband, but, like, I'm going to have peace in my soul and in my bones that, like, this is right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, long story short, I think I had doubts for a long time, but I didn't know till, like, the day of.
Yeah, and then it just kind of, like, spilled out.
It just kind of happened. Yeah, but I think I knew deep down.
But it was probably bubbling over for a long time.
It's hard to say, though. Like, it's hard to say I knew for a long time because I didn't. I was still...
You were fighting.
I was fighting for the relationship and I was trying to make it work and I was trying to, like, work through those feelings.
Yeah.
Which, not to say that if you find your husband, you won't have to do that because I don't think it's going to be picture perfect the whole time. But, like, I don't know. I think I had a lot of doubts for a long time.
I also think you can fight for the relationship and have a complete settledness that this is something worth fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, something worth fighting for. What's that from?
Mulan.
Thank you.
I love Mulan.
Me too.
That
He's so hot.
Slaps.
What's his name?
Oh, heck yeah. What was his name?
Aslan? No.
Aslan.
He's a lion. He is cute, though. Shoot, what's his name?
I'm looking it up.
Girl worth fighting for.
That's good.
Thank you. Shamu.
Ling?
Ling.
Was that his name?
Ling.
Ling?
Ming.
Ming.
Ming?
It says Ling.
Okay.
Oh, Li Shang.
Li Shang.
Yeah.
Li.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anywho, got off track there. Anytime a song reference comes up,
we have to have our daily song.
We do.
Or our weekly song.
Our weekly fat beat.
Our fat beat.
It's so funny because when I was editing the podcast last week for Betty, I was, like, singing the right lyrics as I was editing it. I'm like, Carly, how did I miss those lyrics of Betty, I won't make assumptions about why you switched from homeroom, but I think it's because of me. And that's what I was trying to sing, and I sounded just not there when I was trying. Anyways, I just redeemed myself. Thank you for the beat.
That was beautiful.
Thank you for the beat.
Okay.
Did we finish that question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you...
This is the last question.
One more and then one quick one.
Wait, that's two more.
Yeah.
Okay. One plus one.
Do you find it hard to balance your faith in the entertainment industry?
No, I don't find it hard to balance. However, you do have to be intentional about choosing your faith and also being willing to stand up for your faith and your values, because there is a lot in the music industry that is not faith-based, even if you're with good people. And that just depends on the human, not just the industry. It's just like the humans you're around. But that goes for any industry. Like, for example, I planned to do a devotional and be really intentional about my faith on tour because I knew I would probably be distracted or just, like, really busy and probably not, getting, like, my fill like I do through community here. And I didn't. I think I did maybe 2 days of devotional over 3 weeks, and, like, not my plan, not my hope, not my intention. But we got to have really cool conversations where we brought all these perspectives to the table, and I was able to not, like, cower back like I kind of used to and keep my faith quiet, because I think that can be common, especially as Christians. Like, there's such a stigma with Christianity versus any other religion, and I was looked at as an equal at that table, which comes down to the culture and the type of people that are on Ash and Kelsey's crew. But yeah, I think it can be hard to balance. I think it depends on, like, who's in your close community and holding you accountable, and, like, what do your habits look like and what do your routines look like. I've failed this routine. But yeah, I think it can be challenging to balance.
Yeah.
Especially if you work for somebody in the Christian entertainment and their actions or words consistently do not match up.
Shoot, I didn't even think about that.
That's
I was thinking, like,
one.
if you're working for, like, a rock star and they're out partying, doing drugs,
Sure.
would that be hard? Which would be harder, do you think?
Christian, for sure.
Working for a Christian
100%.
that is...
Because that would bring anger
Yeah.
to me of, like, you say these words publicly, and this is how you treat people, or this is how you act, or this is what you do. And nobody's perfect, of course, but, like, the deceit and the evil.
Yeah, if they were, like, really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be harder for me.
Yeah. Okay, last question.
Sure.
What were your favorite songs from tour? One from Ash and one from Kelsey.
Ooh! Wow. I heard the same songs every night, which was fun. Ash, I love Save Myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love Till Forever Falls Apart.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
And then Kelsey. Okay, so Kelsey, I did not know her album before I left on tour.
Okay.
For her
The
Patterns.
newest album?
Yeah, Patterns.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. And so we only really got to watch the same half of the set every night except the last night because we would have to leave to go to the next city. But
So you didn't get to see the end of the show?
we wouldn't get to see the full show.
Okay.
Because we would have to bus out. But the last show, we got to see the whole set. So we got to see Penthouse, which was sweet because that's the encore. But I really liked Miss Me More.
Mm-hmm.
I got close to the keys player. His name's Aspen, and he just, like, rocked to that song, and that was so fun to see his energy. And it was just a fun song. But then also, Wait was really fun because I learned the dance, and if you saw my Instagram story, I got the dance down, and it was like, I got the whole band and crew to do the dance with me certain nights, and it was always, like, we would just do it down the halls and do it in the dressing room, and it was always very fun. And I also really liked First Rodeo, the way the set changed. Because now I know the album live. I don't know it recorded.
Uh-huh.
And they're very different vibes now that I've listened back to the album on Spotify. Like, if I listened to a certain song on Spotify, I would never think that that would be a good song live, and they rock it out live. It was just, like, the production of her tour is so well done.
Mm-hmm.
They do such a good job. And Kelsey's such a good performer.
Mm-hmm.
And the band is, I'm obsessed with the band. Like, I love them so much. So I would say, I didn't answer the question. I answered
yeah, like 3
5,
each, but
yeah.
that's okay.
So
That's
there you
okay.
go. Those were great. I highly, highly recommend seeing Kelsey live. She was a rock star. She was so fun to see live.
I love her outfits. Anytime I see
Stunning.
a video with the outfits, I'm like, slay, slay,
Stunning.
slay.
And it's funny because the few girls that help her do the outfit changes beneath the stage, Kelsey got them these jackets that say Pit Crew.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cute because it's like a racing jacket. And I was like, I need one of those because F1. But it's like for the crew that like help her change out her outfit. So they do an outfit change to put those on.
Yeah.
And it's really cute.
That is cute.
But yeah, she's got some sick outfits.
Ugh,
So
I love it. I love her style.
I'm so happy to be home. Welcome back to the pod.
Yay.
We're back.
We're so back.
We're so back. What's up,
We
from?
are. I don't know, but
Okay.
I've been seeing it everywhere. We had so many more questions. We just yippity yapped. I think next week we should start the episode finishing up these questions.
We have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I think at least 80 total.
Yeah, we have so many more. So if we didn't answer yours, tune in next week. We will hopefully answer it then.
Yeah.
But make sure you're following us on Instagram. Follow Carly on the Daily app if you download it. And yeah, Instagram is where we do all of our submissions and stuff like that. So
We also are pushing more content on YouTube too. Subscribe on YouTube. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
if you like the video content, if you like to see us drinking our margs in front of
Yes.
our new tapestry,
Yes.
subscribe on YouTube. And we love you guys so much. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.